I think there is a kind of consensus that the same model that has brought China to this position in the last 35 years is a model that was getting into some difficulties in terms of sustainability. So I think that what the Chinese leadership is trying to do is precisely to think of a sustainable model of growth for the next 35 years, for the next decades. I think the government and the authorities have starting to do the most important, which is the same thing that we the same path that we did in the West, which is recognizing that there is a problem. This is the first step that is very important, because the needs for growth, the needs for economic development, sometimes make people kind of knowing there is a problem, but in a way trying to look the other way because they set their priorities on growth. And I think in the latest decisions from the leadership in China, which were translated also in the third plenum decision, you can see that the problem is going to be addressed. To realize when certain solutions don't work as well as in the beginning, as efficiently as in the beginning, to have the courage to adapt, to try something else. This idea 30 years ago of trying some bubbles with the special economic zones where other things could be tried out, other way of doing the conduction of economy, try something new and to see if it can be applied. This is a tremendously demonstration of the pragmatism of Chinese successive leaderships. What you are trying to do with the Shanghai pilot trade zone, it's a little bit an example of the same. So I think that if the Chinese leadership continues to have this pragmatism and willing to adapt in order to deliver in jobs and economical development what a population of this size demands. Well, I can understand in a way and relate in the sense that as a Portuguese, we have a sense of history. We have a self-identity that has to do with what happened not only in the last 20 years, or the last 50 years, but in the last centuries, even millennia. That gives a kind of special flavor and, in a way, also responsibility when we think what we are. And I think Chinese dream, in fact, is that, is looking at yourself, looking what you are not just very recently, but what is centuries and millennia of civilization mean, and realizing that that gives you a kind of special responsibility in terms of what you should achieve. And that's how I see it. It's a kind of personal responsibility of every single Chinese to do the best they can to be in a way, to deserve being part of such a respectful and rich history.